hey. धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा, नई डगर नया सफर मेरा, जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा, नजर मिला जरा. धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा, नई डगर नया सफर मेरा, जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा, नजर मिला जरा. आंधियों से झगड़.
Hello everybody, Music City Spotlight. I'm here with Adaboy. Right?
Yep.
You go by Adaboy?
That's correct.
Your name is Adarsh?
My name is Adarsh Bhushan, but yeah, I mean, it's been so complicated.
Adaboy is definitely easier.
Yep.
For me, for sure.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? What you been doing here in Nashville?
So I moved to Nashville like 2 years ago. Actually, the first time I visited was in 2013. I love the city. I love the aura. So I moved back in 2014. It's nearly 2 years. I've been playing around town. I've been working on an EP.
Okay.
That's still not complete. I've been working on the songs, but I've been playing a lot. I've been co-writing a lot with people. It's been amazing.
Hey, you only need like 5 songs for an EP.
Yeah, that's correct. But I had 5 songs and then I kind of scrubbed them out. You know how it works.
You just do it.
Yeah.
Because I think we always do that.
Yeah, that's correct. I
and you write another 5 songs, you always get better.
Yep.
But put those first 5 songs out, you know?
Right. So, yeah, and that's the plan for this year. I'll definitely be working on those 5 songs. Maybe add 1 or 2 here and there. But, yeah, that's what, I'm planning to do at this point in time.
This year.
Other than
and your baby, you just had a baby, you were telling me?
Yep, we had
That's
a baby.
A lot of work.
Yep, he's a wonderful little boy.
Awesome.
His name is a duet.
Hey, play us a song, because I've never heard your songs before.
Sure. This one is called It's True.
Okay.
And this is about like getting dumped. And the situation where everyone explains that this is not going to work, but you're too blind to see it just because you're that much in love.
All right, let's play It's True.
Yep, it's true. Well, it's true then. It's so true then. All that I had seen but not believed is so true then. Very true then. All that I've been told by sacred that I hold is so true then. I've been the one with explanations to fool with me by myself. Everyone else had reservations. I was the one with confidence, but then the bright light come close to the eyes and made me realize that it's true then. I've been a fool then. Everything you preach is beautiful to see, is so true then. Very true then. My love is one-way street, completely incomplete, is so true then. You see, I've been the one with conversation, nothing else left to tell. Jump too close to complications, nothing helped when I fell. But then the bright light comes straight to the eye that is true then. You had me fooled then, a big fool then. You had me fooled then. You had me fooled every single night. You had me fooled like a dog without a bite. You had me fooled in every single beat. My love is one-way street, completely incomplete. So it's true.
Yeah.
Then no. Thank you.
Yeah, man. That's bluesy.
Thank you.
Let me ask you about India and its music.
Sure. So, India has a really, really rich culture when it comes to music. We have like 3 to 4 different types of genres which kind of prevail. One is the classical,
Right.
and it has the classical part which is like more towards north of India, and then it has Karnataka classic, which is like more in south. And we do have, we don't really have much of music industry. It's primarily governed by the film industry that we have back in India.
But you have your own music.
Correct.
You
We
know,
do have our specific
And that's
music.
amazing.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah,
You know?
and there's a lot of folk music. When it comes to folk, every state
Right,
in India has
yeah.
their own music. When
Right.
it comes to it, and it's amazing when you listen to all of them. Here and there. When you go across the cities, the music keeps on changing as you turn on stage. Yes, it's wonderful.
Yeah. I was talking about this a few weeks ago, like on the first podcast we did about Indian music, and how the octave is divided right differently.
Correct.
How so?
So if you think about it, the classical,
Like R12, or are we divided supposedly evenly into 12 steps?
correct. It's more or less same in Indian music as well, but and as I said, like it's different for every form of music that you have back in India, right? I mean, there are classical, and classical is also divided into multiple
Right.
steps. So Karnataka classical actually has it divided into different steps, right? So it has 8, and it has 10, and then it sometimes have 3 as well, and it completely governed by the vocalist.
Oh, so sometimes, so that changes. There's no
changes.
like completely set system. They can just
No.
you can pick a key and then just kind of start dividing the octave, and however like
Yep.
an 8 would work because it sounds kind of pentatonic.
Yeah.
Ah,
And it's close to pentatonic, and if you think about
I'll
it,
bet,
when you pick up the rags, when you think about the ragas that we have, back in India, a lot of those
pick
ragas.
up the what?
So, like we have scales in Western music, we have something very similar to that in. It's not very similar, but kind of similar in Indian music. It's called rags. So
Rags.
it's nothing but it's a combination of notes that you can use together.
Yeah.
And they're governed by a different
Kind of like
rule.
chords.
Not really.
No?
And not really. So chords is basically it's like the scales. For example, there's this rag called Rag Yaman, and which is very similar to the Lydian scale that we have. And Rag Yaman can be sung on any Lydian mode of any scale, if you think about
Any
it.
Lydian mode?
So if I pick up a scale like, let's say, C major, and go to the Lydian mode,
Yeah.
I would be singing the notes which are in the Yaman rag for the
Oh
C
yeah.
scale. Yeah.
So basically, that scale is our version of a Lydian scale.
That, yes. I mean,
Okay.
not really very strictly so, but if you think about
Close
the
when you listen to it.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely, because you got since you're not dividing it in the same way, you wouldn't be able to fully compare it.
Correct.
Close.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close. And
Interesting.
you can always superimpose. Like, I mean,
Yeah, of
the-
course.
yeah.
Of course you could do that.
I do a lot of, Hindi songs with my genre, which is like more of
Yeah.
blues rock, blues, soft rock.
Is that what's super popular over there? Like kind of like American contemporary music,
So, yes. So,
like pop music.
pop, not so much. I might just be wrong in saying that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've not really been into pop a lot, if you think about it. But rock is big.
Rock is big.
Metal is
that's pop.
pretty big.
It was pop back in the day.
Yeah, you could say that. Metal is pretty big over there.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
Metal is way big. I mean, the bands which, the huge bands which go back in India, the shows are like.
But what about like playing? Because you're playing a guitar,
Correct.
and you're using the Western that system that's kind of been used for like 400 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not even, right? Because it was changing a little bit.
It kept on changing. Yes.
Like the intonation of stuff, but generally, yeah. So you're using that system, but you grew up in what town again, or what city?
So I grew up in a town called Jaipur, which is in Rajasthan, which is like the northwest part of India.
Yeah.
And my grandfather was a classical singer, actually.
Really?
So that's where I kind of picked up.
But Western music, like
no, he was an Indian classical vocalist.
Wow, I don't even know what that sounds like, to be honest.
It's a little different, yeah.
Yeah.
And the mode of music that he used to sing, it doesn't really have a lot of lyrics. It's more of rags, and you just keep on changing the notes, and you keep on playing the notes, even in the vocals. It's more of a it's more of a note-based song, if you think about it. They do have lyrics as well, but it's
more like chants, like just a few lyrics that mean something.
Correct. That's
interesting.
Correct. And most of it was more, devotional music, just like they have, devoted to God, devoted to love, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I try to do that when I.
You should.
Well, not necessarily like sound like gospel. I'm not trying to sound like gospel or anything. I just mean I try to make music that is in that stream of thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Positive, devoted to love and God and that kind of stuff. It's hard though, right?
Oh,
it's so easy to write a sad song.
I would say yes. Yes, definitely. I mean, and when you actually start writing something which is devotional, you kind of raise the expectations of your audience, right? And I mean, it's fun and difficult at the same time to meet that.
Do you have, how many songs do you think you've written?
I think I could play 5 or 6.
No, but how many songs do you think you've written?
Oh, if you think about completely, I have one album.
Oh yeah? Where is it? Do you have your stuff online?
Right, yes. My website is Adaboy Music. It's ADABOY MUSIC, adaboymusic.com.
adaboymusic.com.
I cut an album back in 2013 back in India. So we had a band, we had a hard rock band called Meteor Tamed back in the day, and we worked on a single that fared well. The single was called Rapid Eye Movement. I'll probably play an acoustic version of today.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. And once that happened, we kind of parted ways. I worked on a solo album. It's on my website. It's called Absolute Division. It fared well at that point of time. When I came in here, I've been sharing copies of that album as well.
Still.
But I've been working on the new songs, and that's what I kind of try to do.
Yeah, what's this other one called?
This one is called Into the Night, and this is about, people who are stuck in a relationship, in a situation, and just can't seem to get out no matter what.
Sounds like it's a similar theme going on.
And you know what, my EP's name that I've been working on is...
write these when that happened to you?
Kind of, yes. And the EP's name is Guitar in an Empty Room.
Guitar in an Empty Room?
Yes, it's about...
How dare you, sir. Just kidding.
It's about, it's on the same theme. I'm keeping the theme same. So it's called Into the Night.
Awesome.
All the reasons, every season gives the reason for her to run away. Every stolen, badly broken, and the fallen word is to run away. Still she stays, and she stays, and she stays. Every feeling and daydreaming tell her screaming that she should run away, but she stays, and she stays, and she stays. It's been a really long while since I have seen that broken smile. I've seen the tears in her eyes. She hides them too well into the night. She picks the pieces and she reaches, sticks them together, and then she prays. And she's waiting, still she's waiting. She'll keep on waiting, maybe to her grave. So she stays, and she stays, so she stays. It's been a really long while since I have seen that broken smile. I've seen the tears in her eyes. She hides them too well into the night. So she stays, and she stays, so she stays. Thank you,
wonderful.
thank you, thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna move these mics just a little bit on this one. Just starting to settle in. This is where I think it'll be good here.
Yep. Thank you.
What's it been like? 2 years here in Nashville.
It's been amazing. Although I could not really get a music visa based on the music I had, so
Like you mean you need that to work to stay?
to stay. That's
Right, like an artist visa. You mean?
Yeah, and an artist visa. I couldn't really get that. So I had a degree in engineering, so I kind of got visa based on that. I have a job here. It's been.
As an engineer of some sort?
I'm a software engineer.
Oh.
As well, actually.
Like software?
Yeah. And I'm into softwares. I work. I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Good for you.
It pays the bill, man.
Of course. Everyone needs to pay the bills.
Correct.
There's no shame in that.
Yep. And it keeps helping with my music as well, right? I mean, it keeps providing me
Then
money and opportunities. Travel.
right. So you're grateful.
Yep, I'm grateful.
Awesome.
And there's nothing bad in that. And it's fun at the same time, if you think about it, software.
Hey, it's paying for your hobby and for your kid.
Correct. I mean, music is not really my. A hobby.
No, I mean, yeah. Well, passion, whatever it is.
Correct.
I didn't mean to say it that way. Obviously, it's not. I'm not just dicking around here.
No, I came to Nashville with one particular intention in mind.
Make music.
To make music, and that's correct.
Me too. Make art and.
Yeah, I've always been that guy, who had difficulties stating his intentions or stating what he's thinking about very straightforward to people.
Yeah.
And art and music always provided me with this opportunity and a way of putting it in words and notes so that people get it across. And
You mean people put people down? Is that what you mean? Like it's been hard as a kid, right? When you're a kid and you want to say like, oh, I want to be a songwriter.
I've been wanting to become a songwriter. I would say yes. Now,
When did you start writing songs?
So, it's like 4 years now that I've been writing originals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it? That's great. You're doing great.
Oh, thank you.
That's amazing. I thought you were writing since you were a kid.
No, before that I was more of a singer.
Yeah.
So I told you, we had a band and we used to write,
Covers
co-write
and
stuff. I was mostly into lyrics and singing. I was not really into the whole concept of songwriting. I never really selected the scales. I never really selected the structure of the song. But that started like 3 to 4 years back when I actually started working on my album, and then I realized, that's a void I need to fill. I mean, if I want to grow as an artist,
Also
and
I think like making money is You can do it by playing wedding gigs and all that.
Yeah.
Definitely pay your bills that way too. There's no shame in that either.
Yep. And
Sounds
I've been
like a
doing
good
that.
job.
I've been doing that.
Oh, you've done that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've been able to score some paying gigs, but they're not so often. If you think about
Exactly.
it.
And that's, I think that's what a lot of people dream of, right? It's like you just need one good hit.
Yep.
One good hit, and then pay your you use that money wisely.
Yep. I mean, the competition is brutal, but
It also makes you better.
exactly. I mean, it
There's
grows
lots
you.
of good songwriters here.
Correct. It grows you as a songwriter, artist. I mean, the people that I've met here on a regular basis.
Yeah.
The
Good
quality of songwriting they have in their kitty, and the
Stuff they come up with.
the stuff they come up with, the attitude. It's been a really different situation for me
Vibe.
coming back from
Yeah.
India, because
Oh, yeah.
back in India for a regular Joe, music is not really looked upon as a career, if you think about what I'm saying, right? And so when you come
People put you down here too.
that's correct. That's correct.
know?
But Nashville is a different town. You see, I mean,
People are a little more supportive.
people are supportive, and
They're a little bit still. Still that vibe, like that feeling of like, well, just like you and everybody else, buddy.
like you play music. Oh, but what do you do?
Yeah.
What's your job? But
It's like, yeah, I have a job, but I also I take
right.
this more seriously than my job, to be honest.
yeah, and I believe it's up to artists like us to support each other.
That's what I love about this podcast.
Right, yeah.
Like, I just want to meet more musicians
Correct.
and listen to cool songs and hang out and be part of the community.
Yeah,
I want to fit in.
I mean, I think that's the easiest way for any one of us to survive.
Help each other.
Yeah, and I think that's a learning experience as well, right? I mean, if you start meeting people when you ride with one person and then you ride with another one, and
Yeah, that is the best way also to be creative. Is
Correct.
other people. You can't always just be the star, right?
Right. I mean, and you break your mold, right? Because I have seen in my songwriting that when I started writing one song which I liked, next 5 songs which are coming along were on the same lines. They were the same structure, or my lyrics were on the same.
Exactly.
and it's really difficult to break that mold unless you're playing with somebody else.
Yeah.
And he comes up with an idea which is completely fresh, and then you start putting your thought into it.
Yeah.
So co-writing is all the way.
It's good, right? It's good, and I think the part that people have difficulty getting over is accepting that both parties are equal.
Yep.
Or anybody in the room. Basically, if you're doing it, you have to just come to those terms. Anybody in the room is an equal songwriter. Like, even if they did less or more, it doesn't matter. That's just the way it works. Because you wouldn't have come up with it otherwise.
I think for every song, somebody would have to take the lead, but it should be taken in a very, very constructive way.
Yeah,
That's how I
exactly.
look
And
at it.
everyone's doing it together. No one's trying to take more credit.
Yeah.
It's hard, though. Sometimes it's hard. Depending on who you're working with.
Sorry?
Depending on who you're working with, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's true. And, and that's where, I mean, at least from my side, I try to be really, really flexible. And fortunately, I've met some amazing people.
Well, you already are flexible, man. You're from India, and
Correct.
You've been different. You're living a completely different reality than you were 2 years ago.
Yep. That's correct. I was into music in India as well. But as I told you, right, I mean,
You wanted to songwrite.
a songwriting and the music industry here in Nashville and US is entirely different from what we have back in India, right?
Yeah.
It's a different ball game altogether.
Yeah.
So when I came in here, songwriting was comparatively easy for me to understand how the music industry works. And it took me, and then I met some people like.
What did you learn?
So I learned all about co-writing first of all, and what's publishing. I had, to be honest with you, I had never really heard the term music publisher back in India.
Oh, really?
Because it's a different kind of hierarchy, if you think about it. And there could be some doing the same job, but they're not really called publishers at that point of time.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I learned over here when I went to studios with my friend was how the songwriters were actually working with the artist. So there's a stark difference here in Nashville between a songwriter and an artist, if you think about it.
What do you mean by artist?
So there was one person who was actually working on an album.
Uh-huh.
It was his album he was working, and there were like songwriters who were helping him out with the songs.
Yeah.
And initially I thought that if I'm going to write my own album, how can I let other people write my songs? But when I actually immersed into that, I understood that it's not so. it's a collaborative effort actually when it comes down to it.
Oh yeah. So ultimately, the piece that you're making is usually a group of people that made it.
Correct.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's exactly the industry. That's what makes it
Exactly.
an industry.
Correct.
Right?
And that's
Go back to Motown.
Correct.
Go back to the roots of what is the American industry.
Right,
Motown, you know, you start looking around, you see all these car factories and just people going in, clocking in 9 to 5, and you pump out a product. And they
Correct.
started doing it for music.
right. And
Yeah.
in India, it is a little different because you generally are in bands. You see, I mean, I have not really met a lot of indie solo artists. back
Yeah,
in
but
India.
you're also living in Nashville, and it's
Okay.
super industry. And like if you went to Austin, there's a decent music scene there. It's not
okay.
Nashville, right? Have you been to Austin?
No, I've not been yet.
Not Nashville, but it's all about bands.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
everyone there trying to make it as a musician
Right.
is probably in a band.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
mean, yeah, and I believe United States is an amazing country. I mean, there's opportunity for everyone who likes to work in every possible
Yeah.
way.
Where else have you gone here?
So I've been to Sterling, Virginia. I've been to Washington. I've been visiting places.
Washington, up west, northwest,
Washington D.C.
DC.
Uh-huh. I've been visiting a lot of places. I've been playing wherever I went.
Yeah,
You know, I've been
course.
trying to grab a spot here and there in the writer's night and everything.
You ever been in New England?
I've not been.
No.
No, I've not yet been.
Different there. It's different in
Correct.
California.
Yep. I've not been to California yet. That's on my grab list.
do?
And
Yeah.
I mean, last year we just couldn't really roam a lot. We were waiting for our baby to
Oh
come in.
yeah, of course. How was
And
that?
Yeah, it was.
How was that,
It
having
was
a-
an entirely different experience, man.
Did you kind of like? I don't know what happens. You kind of take care of your wife. You know, I'm sure.
A lot.
Well, yeah, and she's like making the baby.
Correct,
So
correct.
she's working hard 24/7. You know.
Correct. And there's an actual human being in there.
Yeah, sucking up all her
Yep,
energy.
yep.
That's why they go through all these mood swings and all that.
Yep,
They
yep.
just.
But it's amazing, the whole process. I mean, you just have this renewed.
Were you there in the room when like?
Oh, I was there. And
Yeah.
and it's one of the most beautiful thing you can actually be with.
I bet because you
yeah.
kind of want to remember.
Correct.
You know, you're gonna want to remember that 20 years from now.
Honestly, I don't remember it much right now. It was more of a buzz.
Blacked it out.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that. I can't do blood or anything like that.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's still a buzz a little, but you should be.
But you should be there.
Yeah,
You should at least be in the room,
Correct.
right? Even if you can't stand to look at it.
It's a huge support, both emotionally and.
Yeah, of course. That's the best way to look at it. I'm so selfish. I just look at it like from my perspective. What do I get out of it?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. You should be there because your wife is having a baby.
Correct.
Or wife or not wife, you should be there.
Yep. You should.
Jesus.
You should be.
You see how selfish I am?
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
When you go through that process for 9 months, you would be.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Self would be the last thing on your mind. Believe
Yeah,
me, man.
exactly. Hey, what's on your tattoo there? You got a tattoo on your left arm.
I'll probably do a song, and I'm going to pick up a little things. Going to put a little hope in the room.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, I've been doing the sad songs like
No,
man.
no,
This
not
one
at all.
called
Hey, what's on your left arm though? I saw a tattoo.
Oh yeah, I got like 5 years back.
Electric guitar.
That's the guitar and some a rebel theme going back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
I got that back in Mumbai in India.
Mumbai.
Yeah, I love tats. I'm looking for some good tattoo studios here in Nashville. I have a design in mind.
Oh yeah.
That could
I want to get one day.
Sure.
I haven't had anything worth tattooing on my body yet. Not that I think when
yeah.
when it happens, I'll be like, yeah. let's
You
get
should be sure of
I
it.
use my
You got to be sure of it when you get one. Yeah.
Let's hear it. I'm sorry to cut you off for you. What's this song called?
This one is called Just Wanna Be.
Just wanna be.
And this is about like how your ambitions are and what you really think you want to do. I think it's a song of hope that you still can hang out there. I just wanna be born again in the sun and the shadows. I just wanna be falling rain and the water through the meadows. Oh. I just wanna be shot in space, like a bow shoots an arrow. I just wanna be saving grace, innocent, full of sorrow. I just wanna be happiness when the world is down. Happiness when the sun is drowned. I just wanna be lost again in my thoughts and my feelings. I just wanna be ball and chain to my nights and my dreaming. Oh. I just wanna be happy place I can go when I feel like. I just wanna be happiness I can see every day and night. I just wanna be everything, all I ever want. Everything, all that I am not. Thank you.
Hey, can I ask you some stuff about India? Like,
Oh, sure, shoot.
ignorant things, I mean.
Oh, no problem.
Like, well, my little sister, right? Recently, she just went over with on like some class, like in college,
Okay.
right, with other people. And I have another sister who's also gonna go visit,
Okay.
just to check it out. And I feel like there's a big, well, there's been a big, like, a view on India. You know, especially over the past like 5 years, just considering how large the population is,
Right.
and there's a huge, what's it called? India's really integrating technology,
Correct.
right? They're like, I mean, you do software.
Correct.
So I love software.
That's correct.
I love
And-
people that do software. Thank
right,
you. You
right.
know,
Yeah, I mean, India, you know, there's a lot of population. There's no denying it. We're like the second largest. In
yeah.
that
A quarter.
perspective.
And what is it like? I'm gonna just guess. Is it 2 billion, 3 billion,
It's not.
2 billion?
It's
No,
I think it's 1.5 billion at this point of time. We are just less in China, but it's huge. But that also provides a huge workforce if you think about it. There's a lot of young people. India is a young country if you think about it. There's the 40% of the population in India is between the age of 20 and 40, right? And as you correctly mentioned, there has been a boom in the technology sector.
Yeah, you guys are starting to. Well, like ever since, and people here notice it when a lot of like over the phone assistance.
Correct. Correct. So yeah, I mean that
jobs were happening
industry,
in
support
India.
industry, is definitely huge in India, and that's how it all started. I would think. There are two centers, like big centers for call centers and all sort of support that you might need.
And then everyone that works there just really understands,
yes,
like with the technology generally.
Correct.
That's great.
And IT has been like in boom from last 15 years or so.
What about like the living situation? Is it a lot better than it was 10 years ago for a lot of people?
Yes, I would think so. Definitely, it has gotten better. But you know, I would put it this way: when you visit India from United States, first of all, don't really take the perspectives that you might be hearing, because it's been the same way for me. I was hearing a lot of different things about United States back in India.
Oh, any place. Definitely never do that. Never judge a book by its cover. Go check it out yourself.
And make your own opinions.
Traveling is important.
Correct.
Right?
And that grows you as a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and when you go there in India, make your own opinions. You know,
Yeah.
we have beautiful things, and we have some
Food. I
horrible
love
things.
Indian food.
Food is amazing there.
I had food. We had Indian food just a sec ago.
Oh, cool.
Not because you were coming over. Because I've been trying to get. She doesn't do Indian food as much.
Okay.
Or spicy food, actually, being really Caucasian.
Got it.
And me being Mexican.
Yeah.
I love spicy
Oh,
food.
Mexican.
The cilantro sauce. I ate some cilantro sauce, and I was like, yeah, it's right down my alley.
Correct.
You know?
I mean, I don't know if you hear about this stand-up comedy guy named Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah?
And I mean, he has drawn this in one of his shows. He drew this comparison between India and Mexico.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot same.
There are a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Even
the
the skin color.
Even the skin color.
Even
for that
skin
matter.
color. Isn't that
Right,
great?
Right. I mean, but back in India, I mean, the complexion changes a lot. I mean, there are like different shades of brown.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Of course. Same thing with Mexicans. I mean,
Correct.
Mexicans, the way I look at it, here's something that I always tell people. It's whenever they call me Spanish, or when people are quick to say, they're Spanish. It's like, no, I'm not from Spain. Spanish
It's an entirely
people-
different country.
Yeah, entirely different country, Spanish. But here's the biggest thing. My issue with it when people call me Spanish is that, one, Spanish people are generally like blue eyes, white skin, yellow hair.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Mexicans are not.
Yep.
We speak Spanish because Spanish conquered parts of Mexico and South America,
Correct.
and there was huge ports that controlled slavery
Right.
in Florida and in South America. And Mexico is also, but that bleeds into Mexico. People
Correct.
going up north from South America. And so us Hispanic or Latin people are not Spanish because we speak Spanish. We just, we're actually the people that were enslaved. And it's like, don't confuse us. You know what I mean?
Yep. I do.
Just because we
I
speak
understand.
Spanish, so that's always something I'm like, not Spanish. Like, that's something I'll always correct somebody for.
Right. I mean,
It's Hispanic or Latin maybe, because we all speak that language.
correct.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
And Indians are migrating here. Yeah, I don't know how fast they are. Are they migrating here pretty quickly? I don't really feel that as
I
much
think
as
Indians have been in USA from a long time.
for sure.
Correct. And I mean,
But they're not flocking over here. Like, you guys are trying to do your own thing over there still and make it
oh
work.
yes, definitely.
And you should, because there's so many
Most
people.
of the people, they live in United States or any other country for that matter for 4 to 5 years, go back in India. They keep on traveling. I mean, it's
Yeah.
But
That's really different from India. Like, yeah.
correct.
Then that's the difference for Mexicans. I'm sorry to cut you off.
And then,
Mexicans want to stay here. They want to come here, and then Indians, you guys are moving around, and I really think that your country could like really turn into something like what the U.S. is. Like really first world sort of thing.
I would definitely hope.
I want that for everybody.
Definitely believe
right?
so. Yes, and yes, you correctly mentioned that. Indians they keep on. We go to a lot of places.
And you guys love India.
With everything I have,
Yeah.
I love my country. I mean, there's no second thought about it.
You're here because of
With all the problems we have, with all the problems,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all the issues we have, I still love my country.
Yeah.
But having said that, I would like to mention this: United States is an amazing place to be.
Oh yeah. Right. Oh, I'm so grateful.
I'm so thankful that I got a chance to live here. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here very, very long or not, but whatever I'm doing here.
Hey, your baby was born here.
My baby was born.
Already got the citizenship.
Yep, he's got the citizenship. And I love it here, to
Yeah.
be very honest. I mean, I have never really felt an iota of difference between the behavior that people have towards normal Americans and Indians. I have not felt it yet. And maybe it's because of Nashville, because I've been living here in Nashville. Nashville is more of a metropolitan than you would see in most of the places here. There are people from everywhere. But I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. So on that note, I'll do a drinking song, right? Everybody has a drinking song.
Okay. Why not?
And
We should.
this comes from this belief with one of my friends back in India. We had this firm belief that one day alcohol and music is going to solve all the world's problems.
Will it?
I certainly hope so. Be it political, personal, romantic.
Alcohol's been around forever, huh?
Sorry?
And alcohol's been around forever.
Yep.
So has music.
So is music. And I think they are the ones who are going to be left behind after everything is done. So this is called Beer and Guitar. This is my drinking song.
Awesome.
I've been running through the wide, wide land. I've been looking at the new sun and sand. I've been looking at my far, far home, getting smaller as I reach new milestones. I ain't no philosopher, but I know for sure only thing that can make me feel like my home this far is a beer and guitar. Is a beer and guitar. Is a beer and guitar. Ah, is a beer and guitar. Keep on writing all my sad, sad songs. Keep on thinking of my own rights and wrongs. Get to bowing and shout out loud. Sometimes alone and sometimes with the crowd. I ain't no big shot, but I know for sure only thing that can make me feel like a superstar is a beer and guitar. Is a beer and guitar. Is a beer and guitar. Ah, is a beer and guitar. The last one is my favorite. Keep on reading of the world so broad. Men killing men in the name of God. Men killing men for the color of skin. What looks like a bubble with the pen. I ain't no political, but I pray for sure someone someday will raise his glass and end the stupid war with a beer and guitar. With a beer and guitar. With a beer and guitar. Ah, with a beer and guitar.
Nice.
Thank you.
I like one of those last lines that you just did. I ain't no political, but I do pray.
Yeah, I do pray. I'm as apolitical a guy you could find, really. I have, and honestly speaking, I don't think I have that caliber to understand it, because there are so many moving parts to it when you think about it. I just lose my mind. The only thing.
Well, now that we got this, I'm sorry. Go on. No, you go on.
The only thing which I don't really understand is all the killing that is happening.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Correct, and that's
part of being political. Is part of it is being is blocking out certain things out of your head, because you can't solve everything. Correct. So you want to solve the larger pieces, which are economics.
Yep.
And foreign policy, maybe, and maybe standard of living, and how the rich and poor, in your which
that ratio, right?
Economics.
And I do believe that most of the governments and most of the countries would be trying to doing so, right? I mean,
they're trying to do good, you think?
But then
I don't always trust
there comes in.
now.
No, I'm saying that they must be trying to do it, but there comes in this
misunderstanding, and everyone's so different.
I just fail to understand when something happens which is too violent.
You know what we need to do? We need to be able to vote on the internet.
I would agree, yes.
So that everybody really does have a voice.
Yep.
And if hey, if you lose, if you're on the losing, like if we want to vote for let's say marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
I want marijuana to be legal. If we all voted on the internet and I lost, okay, fine, fair enough.
Yeah.
I lost.
But then there was.
But that's not the case, right?
Correct.
The case is that people are in charge and
Correct.
they get the majority of the vote.
Oh yes. That problem with authority, I believe it's always been there, and I'm going to think that it's going to be there.
With
but
authority, maybe, I don't know. If maybe people won't always have the authority,
Correct.
Or maybe the authority will be more well divided.
Correct,
between people.
and that brings up a really good point. I heard somebody say that the authority should be in the system, not be in the person.
Yes.
That's
People, you can't
don't
trust. I wouldn't want any authority like more than what I need over myself just to survive and get by and take care of the people I love.
Correct.
That's all the authority I need.
Correct.
I don't want any authority over anybody else.
Yes, I've been and talking about the last verse of the song. I really get affected with all the the terrorist attacks that keeps on happening in the world.
It is upsetting.
I just don't
right?
understand why would somebody do that. And you know what?
Religion. Religion is definitely part of it.
It definitely is.
I'm not necessarily blaming the religion more than the person.
Correct.
For sure, it's more the person. But
yeah.
But religion ties into it. We can't deny that.
I mean, I don't know if you have heard a lot of John Lennon or not.
Are you kidding me? You kidding me? My biggest idol.
Correct. I mean, if people could really read his lyrics, the world would change for good.
Well, that's also like one person's perspective of
Correct.
what would be a good world. I agree, though. I'm on his
it'll
side.
be better than the one we have right now.
Yeah, there's a reason why
definitely-
that song plays. There's a reason why Imagine plays every time New York drops the ball.
Correct.
Oh, because what a beautiful message.
Yep.
Really, let's just get rid of all this other stuff that is superficial, that is not everlasting.
Right.
Like material goods and religion and a bunch of things, and just be a person and just live in the moment.
Right.
It's really like, I think, well, I guess we're barely starting to get to that comfortable spot where technology, why I'm such a supporter of technology, is starting to give people what they need to just survive. Right. Like we're gonna start. Hopefully, I think that there's a good chance that we could come up with ways of using technology so that we have clean water and food for everybody.
Correct.
And then we could stop being crazy. Stop being hungry because people get hungry when they're crazy.
Yep. I come from a country.
Sorry, people get crazy when they're hungry.
I come from a country where there's a lot of hunger. Yeah. There's a lot of craziness. And there's a lot of terrorism, right? I mean, we have been fighting terrorism from as long as I could remember.
Coming from who?
So we share this boundary with a neighbor nation called Pakistan.
Right.
And while I speak this, I want to be crystal clear. I am pretty sure there are a lot of people in Pakistan like me.
Yeah, that don't want that happening.
That do not want that.
We're all cut up in other people's craziness.
Correct. Yes.
Go on. Though. I think we get that. Yeah.
There are some greedy people who are making it happen, and
silly people, politicians.
Correct. And I've been through that phase of hate. I was just hating everyone who had anything to do with Pakistan or Islam. For
I hear
right?
you.
But what I've learned is that if you hate anyone other than the man holding the gun, the man holding the gun has won.
Yeah.
He is not trying to convert you into Islam. He's just trying to make you hate other people. That's what it is.
Thank you for saying that, because also people here in the United States of America have to understand that, and I think a lot of people do understand that.
They do.
That you can't just go blaming Islam.
Correct.
You can't blame Islam, and you can't blame Muslims.
If you think about it, it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right?
They're just people.
It's the individual. It's the group of individuals who have tried to do something shitty.
Yeah.
You go ahead and stop them the way you want to.
And that's why I'm a supporter also. And this is where it gets tricky, right? Because I support our military, American military, because we do. There are crazies that just at some point they become terrorists,
right,
or anything, or just people slave trading, or just people doing crazy things that there's no reasoning with it.
Yep.
Like there's no forgiving of it.
Right.
I'm not gonna forgive some things, like the bombing. What just happened last week in England? Remember near France?
Yeah.
Again, again. And
Belgium.
And there's no forgiving of that.
Yep,
You don't forgive that.
You don't.
You go and you need forces.
You go out there, pick the weed out.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that we probably should not paint everyone with the same brush.
Oh, definitely.
And I completely understand it's a really, really difficult job to
Let's all
pick
get
the weed
together
out.
and then just come to terms with like these
Right.
are the
Correct.
and it's where some places it's there's a gray line and it's hard to distinguish,
Mm-hmm.
but some things are really easy.
Yep.
Like terrorist organizations, let's send in our troops,
Finish
eradicate
them
them,
up. Yep.
and then welcome them home with like a house. You should have a house, sir. You should have a house, and we'll feed you forever. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like teachers too. Teachers need more respect as well.
Yes, they do.
Right?
They do.
If they should be making $100,000 a year, and we should respect them, and it should be really hard to get that job. You should deserve that job.
You know, I mean,
It should be an honor.
a particular individual in a well-paying job earns somewhere around 200,000. He's doing
I
it for
know,
himself.
isn't that crazy?
A teacher is somebody who's making a whole generation up, right? So
Oh my God,
I would
yes.
think that you should be paying him better.
Of
You should be
course.
getting a better person doing that job than
well, being a president though, it's also like we probably have to get rid of that kind of system. Like you can't have just one person in charge of everything.
Yeah.
We got to incorporate technology, the
Yes.
internet.
Yep.
Okay, wait. Here's this. Remember I was telling you about ignorant questions? Mm-hmm. Tigers. I know there's tigers in India, right?
There are still left. They're not as much as we used to have,
Oh yeah,
but there have been a lot of poaching.
because they're killers.
Not really because of that. It's
Just 'cause
again
they're pretty?
greed. It's just greed.
They wanna
Just
sell
the
'em?
skin, and the Sam, and again, I mean, tiger's a beautiful animal. I don't know if you have
Yes.
seen one,
Yeah.
but
Well,
great in
not in good conditions. Not like in their proper habitat.
habitat. Yeah, I have seen that because there are some. It couldn't
Have
be
you
called
seen one in the wild?
Oh, not really in the wild. It's more of what do you call them? A national
Like
park.
a fair.
It's
No,
a
not a
national
fair.
park.
Yeah, okay.
And
park.
the tigers in India are the striped ones. They have golden
Yeah,
skin
yeah.
and black stripes on them.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
beautiful animal.
Of course.
It's a beautiful cat. The way it walks, it could change your perspective toward things,
Yeah.
And the whole
It's huge.
attitude and the speed that they have, the speed and control that they have.
Like
is
cats.
amazing.
Like
Yeah,
cats,
correct.
just 1,000 times
Exactly.
more awesome.
Agile, if you think about it. But unfortunately, there have been a lot of killings. But
So they used to just be all over the place? Did they like kill people all the time?
no, not that much.
Not that much.
Less than humans, I could say that.
Less than humans. Yeah, they kill us less than we kill them. That's a good
correct.
point.
Yeah, but yes, and there had been incidents. I won't deny it, but most of those incidents were because we were kind of encroaching their space. Mm-hmm. Again, the population comes in, right? There were a lot of forest area.
What do you think we're going to be able to do about that? India is another situation that's starting to rival. Like you said, it's after China.
Correct. It's after China.
It's gonna happen.
Right. I mean,
in a matter of time.
But lately, in last 20, 25 years, there has been a lot of understanding in people. Mm-hmm.
Have less babies.
Have less babies. People in my generation, you won't see people having more than two.
I might not even have a baby.
You should, man. You should.
Should I?
Oh no, it's completely your decision.
Yeah.
When it comes to bringing a human life in the world, it has to be your decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then once you decide on that, you have to have decided on it. It shouldn't be a maybe or this happened accidentally.
Because it happens for your life, right?
Right.
There's another, and when you're trying to bring another human being, you should be sure of it.
Right.
But again, as I said, it's a beautiful feeling, of course.
Yeah.
But it has to be your own decision, nobody else's.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not at this point.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you'll know when it's right.
Yeah.
Believe me.
If. I also think that it's possible that I could lead a happy life and not have children. And be happy and die.
It is definitely possible, yes. And as I said, right, I mean, it has to be.
A lot of people act like though, like you won't be fulfilling something that you have to really be happy.
It's not so.
No.
It's not so.
Because I actually really enjoy teaching. Talking about teaching.
Oh, cool.
If teachers didn't make such little money, I would be a teacher. You know what I mean? If I could pay my bills being a teacher, like I'm a waiter right now. Mm-hmm. I could be teaching and doing a lot more good.
Correct.
That I know I'm capable of doing. that I just physically couldn't afford to do.
Right.
Just couldn't pay my bills, couldn't pay my student loans if I was a teacher.
Right. But
isn't that silly?
it is definitely.
Isn't it? Shouldn't it be something where, like, just like how we're always calling out for, like, nurses and doctors?
Yep.
Shouldn't we be calling out for teachers?
We should.
Trying to help them out.
We
the
should
good
be.
ones.
We should
the good ones should be teaching.
Yep. I mean, there at least have been 2 teachers in my life who have shaped me the way I am.
Yes.
And
like permanent.
Correct.
Permanent
if it were
stuff.
not for them, I would not have been the same person.
I've had 2 mentors in my life, like 2 people that I would call a mentor.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I
that
do.
Would just like
I completely understand that.
they even transcends that teacher thing, or maybe that's what you're talking about right now.
Yep,
Like,
yep. And more than teachers, they were kind of very close friends who
Yeah.
had a way more knowledge and understanding than me, and they really guided me through.
and because they understood you.
They completely yes, and they understood, and
how
they
you get
kind of
through
were able to
something.
forecast that I probably might just fall down there, and they helped me really out.
Yeah.
And I'm ever grateful to them.
Right.
And I'm grateful
Ugh.
at every chance I get.
Right.
Right.
And you always think those people you always think back and you're like, I gotta do something in return.
Correct.
And it keeps you going, right?
Yep.
And if that ain't keeping the fire burning, you know, of humanity,
Yep.
you know, keep it going.
Yep.
Keep it going in the right direction. Let's hear another song.
Sure. So, I was thinking that, since, and this has been like a regular feature of my shows that I've been doing, I think it's my responsibility to kind of, introduce Indian music to people, the Indian
I hear
rock
you.
pop music that we have. So,
Yeah.
if it's okay with you, I'd like to play a Hindi song.
Please
It's
do.
not an original. It's not an original.
Doesn't matter. Please do. Is it old folk music?
It's not really folk music, but it's more. The song is really beautiful. It talks about friendship.
Is it still copyrighted?
It's still copyrighted, yes. We can't.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Don't quite know. I don't quite know what to do. Probably doesn't matter. I'm not trying to make money off of this.
Okay,
play it.
and it's a song by a great music director in India called A.R. Rahman. I don't know if you have been introduced to this song called Jai Ho. It was a great rage like a couple of years back. So,
Well, there you're giving them credit. Look it up. What's it called?
yep, and this song is called Rubaru, and this song talks about friendship, and the thought is that when you wake up, and I was so enlightened that I just lighted everything up, and that's because I had really good friends.
Shout out to indie music. Let's hear it.
Yep. Hey साला अभी अभी हुआ यकीन कि आग है मुझ में कहीं हुई सुबह मैं जल गया सूरज को मैं निगल गया रूबरू रोशनी रूबरू रोशनी जो गुमशुदा सा ख्वाब था वो मिल गया वो खिल गया वो लोहा था पिघल गया रोशन हुआ वो मिल गया रूबरू रोशनी रूबरू रोशनी है धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा, नई डगर नया सफर मेरा, जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा, नजर मिला जरा। धुआं छटा खुला गगन मेरा, नई डगर नया सफर मेरा, जो बन सके तू हम सफर मेरा, नजर मिला जरा। आंधियों से झगड़ रही है लौ मेरी, अब मशालों सी जल रही है लौ मेरी। नामो निशान रहे ना रहे ये कारवां, रहे ना रहे उजाले में पी गया, रोशन हुआ जी गया, क्यों सहते रहे। Thank you. Thank you.
Loved it.
Thank you.
Loved it. Oh,
No.
that's what you should do. Why are you doing that more often? Use those scales. You were definitely. I was wondering. I'm like, well, traditional Indian song. How is it gonna mesh in with your G chord and your C chord?
Right.
Like, what are you gonna do with the scale? But really, like, it took some time before you really got into it. But that last verse.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! I loved it.
Thank you.
You're really moving in there.
Yep,
Like, really,
yep,
those were quarter tones.
Yep. I mean, and again, A.R. Rahman, who's actually the songwriter for the song, he is an amazing songwriter. You should, if you get a chance, you should look through his work.
How do you spell his name?
His A.R.
A.R.
Rahman, R-A-H-M-A-N.
R-A-H-M-A-N.
M-A-N.
M-A-n.
Correct.
Rahman.
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 Yep.
Okay.
And he's amazing.
Ugh.
And all of his work, I've been a fan for life.
Why don't you do that though? Like, the songs that you're writing are already great, but you, like you said, you have a responsibility.
Correct.
I want this. I want to hear more like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look up this guy, but I want more. Like, you could do that in English. I want that to exist. Why don't you do that?
Yep. And that's what I was saying.
Use those scales. Like, I don't even know what you're doing. I was blown away. I'm a musician.
Right. And that's what I said. I wrote 5 songs, but then I kind of scrapped because I think it's my responsibility through my music that I should be giving a glimpse of my culture, and that's what my plan is.
Dude, yes.
Yep, that's what my plan is. Yes. So
then keep looking up Adaboy.
Yep. Please do.
First Indian pop star.
Thank you.
Seriously though, those fucking scales, man. Do that.
Thank you.
That was wonderful. I don't even know what you're doing. I'm gonna have to listen back.
Right. I mean, the song could be done in any particular scale if you think about it. I was playing only G and C if you think about it. I was not really changing the chords.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you were playing in C, but or G, whatever.
It was G. I was just putting a hint of D in sometimes, but it was mostly the melody. If you think, the greatness about that last song.
Well, that's what makes it Lydian. That you're singing in C when you're in G.
Yeah.
We all get that.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, that's fine.
Some music theory, but yeah, I can see that now. Oh, no, but you were still using quarter tones.
Yep, and
I don't know what you were doing.
The song is not really how it is. It's just my version.
No, do that again. Well, because you have to. Because I'm sure he didn't use C and G.
Oh no, I'm not even sure what
exactly
how the song is.
Exactly. No, or in the intonation. I'm sure his intonation, the intonation of his instrument was different. I bet even the steps they weren't. Yeah, it's not tuned the same. That's why I was wondering what you were gonna do, but that was great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Jesus, it's good.
You
want to do one more? I mean, it's been an hour. I'm trying to keep them at an hour. But what's like a big one? What's a new one or just something?
Oh yeah.
Are you playing anywhere around here?
So I'm on a break at this point of time. I've been playing a lot.
Because of the baby, for sure.
For the baby, and I'm trying to write some new songs, as I mentioned.
Please do that.
Yeah, I'm writing a lot of new songs. There are
If you do that, if you like write a couple songs like that where like you're using those scales and just kind of like how you just said, you just use normal Western or what's normal to us, Western music chords, C and G, use those scales. Come over, I'll record you.
Sure, we'll do that. We can definitely do that. Yeah, I've been writing a lot of songs. So you asked me the question about how many songs you've written. So there are like at least 50 to 60 unfinished songs that I have right now. And I kind of took a break from all my playing because with the job and, there was a time I was playing like 2 gigs a day.
Yeah.
I was not really finding time.
2 gigs a day?
2 gigs a day.
What? How do you do that?
I was playing in a writer's round, then late at night I was going to downtown playing some, an hour slot and coming back. So, but the problem with that was I was
concentrate more on the recording.
Correct.
Because that's something I've figured out here, and after a few months of being in Nashville, is that I could go do an open mic. I only played a few places, but it's like what? So 20 people hear you, and a lot of times they're songwriters.
Right. Correct.
Like that's cool. Right? It's cool to get to know people, but concentrate on the recordings because that's what you actually send people. That's what you actually end up selling at the end of the day.
I've been trying to record at my home as well, but
You might get 100. Yeah, you might get. I mean, I hear you, but you might get 100 people to listen to it if you put it on the internet versus 20 people.
Correct.
At an open mic.
Yep.
So
I completely understand that now.
Come back, please come back
I
here. We could do another podcast too. Come back when you have more songs, like that. I love that. I'm telling you, but I'm interested. I've been taught, I like Indian music. I don't know it. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on.
Right. So we have a lot of Indian community here. What I'm planning to do at this point of time is I'm trying to gather a lot of people.
Yeah. Why don't you plan an Indian restaurant?
That's what. I don't know how you said that, but that's exactly what I was going to say.
I could take my mics. I can help you.
Yep, and that's what I'm planning to do.
If it's a paid gig, we'll split it. Even if it's 25 each.
I would try to make it a paid gig for sure. My plan is that I'll gather, a set of some popular Hindi songs, gather some more people. I know there's a huge Indian community here in Nashville.
You think so?
There is.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Sure. I don't know. Yeah,
so there is a huge Indian community.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there are some people who are very well aware of music. And they must be playing some traditional Indian instruments.
Here.
I just not have met them.
Dude, I bought a couple the other week. Here.
Oh.
Maybe you know the name for it. Hold on. Here she is. This, and then I have another really beautiful shaker. Oh, right there on that snare.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, no worries. Yeah, just...
Oh, sorry.
No worries. It's not expensive or nothing. Just throw it off. I mean, the cable thing. I care more about the shaker than I do about the cable.
Yeah, I mean, these are all the traditional percussion instruments. I don't really know the name for them, sorry.
It's like
it sounds really, but it sounds really good, right? Oh.
I love it.
Yo, come on, yeah?
I think it's more of those scales.
कभी के कहाने अरबाज़नाने पलों की यादों में जो रहता था कभी जो हमारे पलकों पिसाने पलकों की यादों में जो रहता था मेरा छोटा सा एक ख्वाब मेरा छोटा सा एक ख्वाब छोटी सी कहानी और मानो की कहानी अब लफ्ज़ों में जहाँ छोटी सी कहानी और मानो की कहानी अलती है यहाँ मेरे रास्तों वाला बर्फों सी अल्लाह बसों सी सल्ले की
See, I can rock it on
right?
Indian shaker.
I don't know what I sang. It was like impromptu.
Really?
But we should do it more often, man. I love it, yeah.
Can you write a song like that someday?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'd love to do an Indian song.
Sure.
And you gotta teach me a little bit about what's going on with the scale there, or how the chord tones. Sure. I don't understand it.
No, we can work on that.
And one of these days, if you want to do one of those, like at an Indian restaurant or something, or they let you play or whatever.
Sure.
I would love to support that. I'm just kidding. It could be for free. Like we'll just
Oh, no,
come and help me, and we'll take these speakers and we'll set them up.
When we talked about supporting each other, if it's going to be a paid gig, dude, you will be paid. No,
I just mean like I would totally just go. We'll take these mics, we'll take this, and we'll set it up.
Talking about teaching, you know, I've started teaching guitar. And my primary audience is little kids who have been living around in my area, and you know, I've been working with some Indian folks. I've been teaching guitar to them, and they're learning well. So that's what my plan is. I'm trying to gather a group of people who are a little close to the Indian music, Indian songs, and maybe just do a gig, one of the restaurants, anywhere, or maybe book a venue.
Or we could do one of these podcasts.
We could.
Just record
definitely
Indian music.
do that.
We bring a few different people.
Yep.
You guys sit on the couch and take turns.
Sure. Definitely, we can do that. I just need to find some people.
Do it. I really like Indian music. My friend was asking me the other day when we were talking about it in the first podcast. You know how I told you? Mm-hmm. He was asking me like, we were talking about how music promotes a feeling, and then he was telling me, and I was telling him about like how I'm really interested in Indian music because it's so different from what I know.
Correct.
And he was asking me, well, what does it make you feel? And my answer was, I don't really know. I'm like, because I don't get it. I don't understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so new to me.
Right.
And I think that's great that's still, that I've spent my time going to school for music and I've been around music all my life and still, like, there's a whole situation happening that blows my mind.
Right. I mean, it happened nearly the same for me when I came to Nashville and when I was introduced to country music. Mm-hmm. I mean, back in India, I had heard some of the songs.
Yeah.
But when you really look at the traditional country music...
Did you have, like, TV or... I mean, you had internet.
Oh, of course.
So that's enough.
Yeah, but I was never really introduced to it, if you think about it. And I'm talking about the traditional country music. You know,
yeah, I'm from Texas.
Oh yeah, so I'm talking about that point Texas. Of view, you know. And
yeah.
I met a couple of people. I was blown away
because of country music.
Correct.
Oh, and that's beautiful.
Not really the music that we have.
Because a lot of people knock it here, like in the States. Mm-hmm. A lot of people knock it. You know, not country music, like knock it, like put it down.
Oh no.
It's great, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I like it. There's a lot of great country music. I love that style. I love how it has his own thing going on.
I can't really play much of it.
Me neither.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean,
yeah.
And the people, the fun which
the stories,
they have
the
while
fun
playing
that,
it. Yeah. I mean, that's the
it's
whole
so
point.
Fun. It's
right?
so fun. You're right.
Yes.
And there's a lot of drinking involved.
Correct.
Hey, play us out. Play us one more song, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay. So this is one of the new songs that I've been doing, and this is like, again, on the sadder part of it. This one is called All of My Madness. And there she goes, taking all our words. I guess she knew all I had was her. And left alone with the rising waves. I think, I pray to all to say, I look for strength to reach the shore. I still have some of the things, some of them to live for. I've got all of my madness, all of my pain, all of my losses and all of my blame. Every little bit and every little piece of broken heart, body and pain. Broken heart, body and pain. Broken heart, body and pain. I see you. We are not amends. Let's pretend we are always friends. I see you walking out the door. I still have some of the things, some of them to live for. I've got all of my madness, all of my pain, all of my patience and all of my blame. Every little bit and every little piece of broken heart, body and pain. Broken heart, body and pain. Broken heart, body and pain. Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this.
No problem, man. Okay. Anytime. I loved it. This is my first ever interview in Nashville.
Well, it wasn't much of an interview.
I mean, as in,
I don't know how to think about it because
it's more of an
only
interaction.
My 4th ever podcast. I don't know how to.
Amazing. Yeah. Just keep doing the way you are doing.
This way, really organic.
Correct. Yes.
I just let you come in. That's what I got from the last 2 times I did it. Including you, is you just kind of come in. Mm-hmm. We don't know each other. Ask your name.
Right.
You sit down. You start playing some music, and then figure out what you're doing, and
then you talk about random shit. Whatever comes along. No, that's the fun part. I believe when you let the people speak their mind, that's when
I want to learn who. Yeah, I want to know who you are. Adaboy. Okay, Adaboy. You got your stuff online. Adaboymusic.com. Yes. And is your Facebook?
I'm on Facebook. Facebook. You search on.
Is that I befriended you, but is that a?
That's my profile. I have a Facebook page as well.
That's a music thing?
That's a music thing.
Okay, yes. So that's what we want.
Yeah.
So I will tag a link to it when I put it. Okay. We just started a Facebook thing too.
Okay.
So actually, if people do hear this,
okay.
Like the Facebook.
Please like the Facebook page. Yeah.
Like his like Adaboy, and we will post a link to his Facebook page on Music City Spotlight. I think we're the only one. It's like a radio. We said that it's a radio station.
Oh, okay.
Radio's gone.
Yeah.
No, not really.
No, man, it's not doing anything.
No, Howard Stern. I love Howard Stern. I was hearing him today. You a fan?
Of whom?
Howard Stern?
No, I'm not. I've not really heard his.
Oh,
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Because when you say no, I'm not. Like a lot of people dislike him because he's known for being really crude.
Oh, no. I would never say that to another fellow musician.
He's not a musician. Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyways, this is great.
Okay.
Love it. Love who you are, Attaboy.
Okay.
Thank you so much for doing this. This is great. And yes, we'll do a song. Sure. Yeah, we'll write a song one of these days.
Sure, we should.
We'll record it here.
Yep.
If you ever need if you're going to do a project or something, you want to do just some demos, come on.
Yep, I'm actually looking up for that. So I'll contact you shortly.
Definitely.
Yep. Thank you.